Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Eldritch Horror Hastur turn 8. And hopefully this will be the last turn, but it may not be. Right, slight change is we are going to have Dexter first. So Dexter's down at Sydney, so then it will be Wendy, who's in San Francisco, who isn't dead, and he's not going to be dead, despite conversations to the contrary. And Jenny, and then it will be back to Sydney with Mr. McGlenn. So coolness. One cock up last week. It wasn't a cock up really, it was just something that I didn't do. I wasn't sure about the condition, about Jenny, whether she could take a condition and pay the 2 sanity. When she got the amnesia, she could have just cycled through, took the next condition that wasn't amnesia. Same with boons, same with banes. So if you pull a condition out and it's the same, then you just cycle through to the next condition. Right, so we've got through that. So let's get to the action phase. And as I said, our first player will be Dexter Drake. Here we are with Dexter, and the first thing Dexter's going to do is he's going to rest. So he's back up to 5 health, so he just gets his 2 sanity back, because if you recall, he does have the King James Bible. So that's him back up to 5 sanity, and for his second action, he's going to take a travel action, and he is going here to Jakarta to try and pick up that Eldritch token. Next, we have Wendy. And here's Wendy. She's in San Francisco. I did a bit of checking in between times, and she is going to go to London, because London has a high proportion of observation tests, apparently. So what she's going to do is she's going to go to London because there's a high proportion of observation tests. I got mixed up last time in sending her to San Francisco. That's improve observation. It's not a lot of observation tests. So what she's going to do is she does have a ship ticket and a train ticket. So she's going to do a move, a travel action to here. She's going to spend a train ticket to get to Arkham. Then she's going to spend her ship ticket and get to London. So let's get rid of those tickets. Here they are. We'll get rid of those. Coolness. Right, so she is now in London. And for her final action, she is going to rest, because we need to try and get rid of this despair condition. So I think that's the only one. The curse condition. No. You don't roll for that when you rest, that's only on a reckoning. So we've got to try and get rid of despair, because she'll just die if we get a reckoning. So there we go. Put this there. Can we see it there? Not really. We'll put it here. There we go. So she's resting, so she gets a die. Oh, obviously we flip it over first before we do the old die thing. So there we go. She's got to do a law -1 test, that's it. So her law's 3. So that'll be 2 dice. And she passes and gets rid of it. Good stuff, Wendy. Right, so she's got rid of that. So that's a help, because that was our main problem. If she'd failed that, we'd have just been hoping we got a green Mythos card, but she's managed to get rid of it, so coolness. Right, so that's her done. Obviously she doesn't get a sanity back for the rest, because you do not get a sanity back when you rest with the despair condition, but now she's got rid of it. So next up we've got Jenny Barnes. Let's get across to Shanghai. Here's Jenny in Shanghai, and she's going to rest. She's going to rest because she's trying to get rid of this horrible amnesia condition. Let's have a quick look at it. So it says nothing about not being able to regain sanity. So the first thing we're going to do is she's going to get a sanity back up to 5. Which is cool. Put that there. And we've got to roll 1 die and we need a 5 or a 6. A 5. Brilliant. So she gets rid of the amnesia condition. We can pick it up. Excellent. There we go. So she's done that, and she's got one thing left, one action left, and she's going to get a focus. You never know if you need a re-roll. She's not going to go anywhere, obviously, because she wants to pick up that Eldritch token. So things are looking good. Let's just hope we can keep Wendy alive. Next up, it is Michael McGlenn. So let's get down to Squidney. Here's Mike. And because she's done so well, I don't think we need to send him to Shanghai. So the first thing he's going to do is rest. And because he can rest, he gets a sanity back, which puts him back to 4. Then he's going to move. He's going to travel up here to Jakarta as well. He's just there for sort of... He's there as a secondary help. Oh, when he rested... Oh yeah, he can't recover. Put that back. He can't recover sanity because he's hungry. So we'll just go back to when he rested there. And we've got to roll a die. Go. That's there. Come on, 4, 5 or 6. A 6. Super smashing lovely. Gets rid of the hunger condition. So he didn't get the sanity back, but he did manage to get rid of the hunger condition. He must have found a butty shop. Right, so he's now in Jakarta. Sorry about doing that slightly wrong and slightly out of order. Now, but we got there in the end. Right, so that is it for the action phase. So let's get right into the encounter phase. And we may as well stay here because our first player is Dexter. So what's Dexter going to do? Well, he's just going to have a normal city encounter. There we go. A notorious crime boss offers to sell you valuable information. However, his asking price is more than you can afford. You may gain a debt condition. If you gain the condition, he shares what he knows. Gain 1 task unique asset. Oh, wait for this. You may gain a debt condition. No. No. No need to. Why bother? So, he hasn't. Oh, tell you what I forgot to do. Yes, out of order again, sorry. He had a hallucination condition, didn't he? Let's just roll for that. When he did his rest action, he should have rolled for this. We'll do it now. Roll 1 die. 6. So he did get rid of his hallucination condition. Again, there's nothing there to stop him regaining his sanity when he did that rest action. So again, out of order. Sorry about that, but he's done it now. So he gets rid of his hallucination condition. Right. So he's done that encounter, and what he's going to do, now he's done that encounter, he's going to pick this up. So that's our 7th Eldritch token, and he is going to lose 2 sanity. There we go. Because he got rid of that hallucination condition, he has to pick up another one in order to pick up the Eldritch token, and he gets Hallucinations back. So, when you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die. Blah, blah, blah. Right. So, there we go. And we've only got 1 more to go. 1 more to go. But now the important thing. Let's go and see Wendy. Let's see if she can stay alive. And here's Wendy. So she's in London. She's going to do a London encounter. As I say, I did find out that out of all the city encounters, London has the most observation encounters, about 50%, I believe. So there we go. London. And of course, it's a bloody influence. So much for my clever plan. You spend a charming evening in the Kit Kat Club in Haymarket making friends. Test influence. She has got a clue. She does have a clue. So she gets 1 dice. Let's keep rolling this 6. Oh, 3. She's going to spend a clue. She don't get extra influence from anywhere, does she? No. No. So she's discarded that clue. She's going to have another go. That's 6. So, yes. She passes. Brilliant stuff. If you pass, a wealthy patron takes interest in your struggles, gain a funding condition. Woohoo! See what the fail is. Good job. I passed. Right. Funding conditions. So, I think they're in here with the promise of powers and all this sort of stuff. So, they're a deal, I believe. Right. And let's think of that. Dark Pacts, no. Agreement, no. Funding. You may discard this card in place of gaining a deck condition or to discard a deck condition. Reckoning, if you're on a city space, you may flip this card, well, she is. So, but we'll put it down there with the rest of her conditions. Just remembered she was cursed, wasn't she? She was cursed. Good job I got a 6. Woo! Good job I got a 6. I did roll a white die because I completely forgot, but doesn't matter. She got a 6 anyway. Looks like the batteries are back in the happy dice. Pencil Polly. Looks like they're back in the happy dice. So she got a 6 and she did pass. Right, so that is it for her. She's not going to be... Well, there's no Eldritch token to pick up or anything, so that is just it for her encounter phase. So she just has to survive the Mythos phase now. Right, let's get across to Jenny Barnes. And here's Jenny. Right, she's in Shanghai. She's got to have an encounter. You know what? Oh, she will have a Shanghai encounter. I was thinking perhaps do just a generic city encounter, but she'll have a Shanghai encounter. Right, Shanghai. A Taoist wizard gives you Liao, a drug that can project your mind through time if your spirit is strong. Test will. Will is 1, 2, 3. I don't think she gets extra will from anywhere. No, the Agent of Secrets and Lodge Disciple cannot help her. That's 6. Brilliant. Back to rolling 6s. We love it. Right. If you pass, you uncover you uncover the location of an ancient text. Gain 1 tome. Anybody who wants to have a look at the fail, there you go. Now I'm going to have a look at, what is it, a tome. 1 tome unique asset. Here's a unique asset, so we'll just go through till we get to a tome. First tablet, that's an item. Etienne, lost treasure, old journal. So that's the first one. Let's have a look at that. Action. Test observation. If you pass, you discover information that may prove useful to your cause. Flip this card. So she's found an old journal. Put that there. That is the end of her encounter phase, and now she's going to pick up the final Eldritch token. That is now 8 on the mystery. She has to spend 2 of these, and she has to gain a madness condition. She's got rid of amnesia, so she can remember what she's doing. Let's see what she gets. She gets amnesia again, but it doesn't matter. So when you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die, and a 5 or a 6, you can discard the card. Seen that before, put it down here. Right, so that is that. For her, and our final player for this encounter phase is Michael McGlenn. So we may as well keep everything here, we can see him. He's just going to have a generic city encounter. A shop in the old part of town is reputed to have an amazing collection of rare books, but the shop cannot always be found. You research the legend and do your best to find it. Law -2. His law is 3. He does not have any other law help, so he'll get 2 dice. Let's keep this good old 6. And we get a 5, which is a success. Yes, the batteries are definitely back in the happy dice. If you pass, gain 1 tome artifact, and there's the fail condition for anybody who wants to take a look. Right. Tome artifact, was it? Yes, that's pretty strong, that. That's pretty strong. I wouldn't expect that from a generic card, but there we go. Right, so here we are. In fact, I'll just flip them over and go through till we get to a tome artifact. I think that's just quicker. So, trinket, item, there we go, item, relic, tome. So he gets the Book of the Dead. Gain +2 observation and +2 will. Whenever a monster is defeated, gain 1 clue. Yeah, not bad, not bad. But it's the end of the game, so it doesn't really kick in much. But he's ended with 3 relics. He hasn't done bad, has he? He's got his tattered cloak, the grotesque statue, and the Book of the Dead. So he's had a very interesting few months as Mr. McGlenn. Right, so that is the end of the encounter phase. Let's get on with the laugh and chuckle phase and see if Wendy can get through it. And here we are at the laugh and chuckle phase. So let's see what our final card is. It's the green one anyway, so there isn't the any. Right, Omen Trap movement. So move that out of the way so you can see. We go on to blue constellation. We do have a blue constellation gate at Buenos Aires. So we move down to 5 doom. Then we have a monster surge, which I believe is 2 monsters. 2 monsters come out of the gate at Buenos Aires. So let's see what they are. First one is a Proto-Shoggoth, and it's got a reckoning. Damn it. Oh no, we haven't got a reckoning because it's not a yellow card, so that's okay. 3 toughness again. There's a surprise. Good job we haven't had to fight many of them. And the next one is a crawling one. I think this is a tough one as well. What a surprise. 3 toughness. So there we go. But this one hasn't got a reckoning. Not that it matters because we're at the end of the game. Okie doke. So got those 2 fellas there. For the sake of my OCD, let's put them on the stands and put them in Buenos Aires. Even though it doesn't really matter. So there we go. And we get 2 clues. The clue bag. First clue is, whoop, space 2. It's over here, just off San Francisco. Whoops. And the next one is space 20. That's round down here somewhere, isn't it? Yep, Jakarta. So they get a clue in Jakarta as well. Okay. Let's read the card. That familiar voice was worst of all sacrileges. You had seen too much evil and too much magic. It was inevitable that death would not be a mercy for your friends, the ones left behind. Each investigator with at least 1 ally asset discards 1 ally asset and gains a haunted condition. I think we have got a few allies knocking around. Wendy hasn't got one. Right. Jenny Barnes is going to discard the Lodge Disciple, because she can't discard the Foxy Lady, so she's going to get rid of the Lodge Disciple. So he goes, and she gains a haunted condition. Let's keep drawing through till we get haunted. That's an infection. That's diseased. Diseased again. Diseased. Oh, none of these are bloody haunted, are they? I think, is it a pursuit? No, it isn't. It's up here. It's a bane. It's a bane condition. Because I've just seen it. It was at the front of the bane pack. Right. Okay. We'll try again, looking through the correct condition deck. Cursed. Haunted. So let's have a look. I don't think we've had one of these before, so let's have a look. If you gain a blessed condition or improve will, you may discard this card instead. Ooh. So it's quite difficult to get rid of. Doesn't really matter. We'll put that with our amnesia. Right, who's next? Michael McGlenn. He's got the psychoanalyst. So he's going to have to let the psychoanalyst go. So he goes, and we get another haunted condition. First one out. So he gets that haunted condition. Go with studious. And our final player is Dexter Drake. He has the arcane assistant, or Kid O'Brien. Well, seeing as the arcane assistant's been with him since pretty much the start, Kid O'Brien's going to do a runner. So we'll get rid of him. Normally I'd probably get rid of, well, I keep the arcane assistant because of the law benefits. But he is a unique asset, so he's probably a bit stronger. But as I say, it doesn't matter. It's the end of the game, and I'm just doing it on the role play. Last in, first out. So Kid O'Brien's done one, and we need yet another haunted condition. If there are any left, I think there's 3 or 4. So we'll soon see anyway. Oh, we'll do that. One came to the top on the cut, so we'll have that. Right, so we've ended up with 3 haunted conditions. Again, good job. It is the last turn. Righto. So that is the end of the Mythos phase. Discard that. How many cards did we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards left. Easy. 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 Right, because let's have a look at the mystery. Yes, we have all those babies on it. All 8 of them. At the end of the Mythos phase, which is now, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to twice the investigators there are, we have solved the mystery. Woohoo! 2 mysteries solved. Hastur. Ah! In your face. So we have defeated Hastur. And that is the end of the game. Hurrah! Well done, everybody. That was a bit, well, we'd done all right there. As I say, we got off to such a rip-roaring start that it was pretty obvious we were going to win in the end. Bit of a nail-biter for Wendy last turn, but she did well, and she rolled a 6, even when I forgot she was cursed. So there we go, the Catweazle look. It never really goes, does it? So, so she did get away with it, and I think the fail condition as well was like to lose her sanity as well, so she got away with it. So close, so close, so close, but she is still alive, so hooray for Wendy. So, excellent. We did pretty well there. As I say, first few turns, we were rolling fantastically well. We did really, really well. We got some good assets and stuff right at the beginning. So in the end, it was a bit of a breeze. My thoughts on it, I'll say it now. I won't go into a turn review. My thoughts on it are pretty much that Jenny's overpowered. I really think FFG are going to have to look at her. She is way overpowered. If you're going to keep that level of asset getting, then there should be a compensatory drawback to her, which I cannot see. I cannot see she's got any drawback whatsoever. So I think she's too powerful. Wendy's fine. Wendy's fine. She becomes powerful against Hastur, but otherwise, I think her ability's fine. It's not a problem. It's just particularly powerful against Hastur, that's all. And that's par for the course. It's not unusual for one investigator to have a really good ability against a certain ancient one. That's just the way it is. We've only got these 4 investigators because I wanted to play the 4 investigators out of the actual expansion. In future, if I play against Hastur, then I'd obviously pick them randomly, and I think the game against Hastur would be better for it. Jenny, you know what? I might not even play her again. She's just way overpowered. So Charlie Kane I can put up with, but Jenny's too overpowered. I might have to house rule her particular abilities some way. I really do think she's too strong. The other 2, Dexter Drake and Michael McGlenn, loved them. Absolutely loved them. It was good that Michael McGlenn got that tattered cloak. Made it a lot easier for him. But yeah, he's a good character. I like him. I do like my groin punchers. So that's liking groin punchers, not like being punched in the groin. Nobody likes that. But yeah, Michael, I do like him. He's up there with Skid's O'Toole. He's a bit of a star. Love the guy. And Dexter, I was never big on Dexter, but since I played him in Arkham Horror and Eldritch Horror now, I do like Dexter. He's all right. He's pretty good. Great spellcaster, as well he should be. He's a magician, but yeah, I do like him. Thoughts on the expansion as a whole? Jenny's overpowered. Hastur's pretty cool, and I do like him. Just in this, because I used the 4 investigators out of the box, I think that's why he was a bit of a doddle this turn. I do think he would be a lot harder in normal circumstances. So, and I like the fact that his mysteries are harder. So that's cool. Yeah, so thoroughly enjoyed the game. Woohoo! And that is it for Hastur and turn 8 of this particular playthrough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play something else and then come straight back to Eldritch Horror. So I just feel I need a break from Eldritch, to be honest. So I'm going to play something else, something that I haven't played before. Now, I was going to play Secrets of the Tomb, but Ricky Royals just very lately done a playthrough of that, so I'm not going to play that. I'll play that a bit later. I've got all the new Zombicide stuff, but I'd like to prime the figures and stuff, so I'm not going to play that either. I might play Descent using the app, but I'm not too sure. Maybe not. I'll have a think about that. Or I may play the Dawn of the Zeds 3rd edition for a bit of a change up. So I think I will probably play Dawn of the Zeds. I'll play it on the I've never played it before, so I'm just going to play it on the introductory level. So there's about 16 rule books with it for all different levels. Well, I'm exaggerating there, but I think there is 5. So not having played it before, I think I will play it as the introductory level. So that shouldn't take too long, I don't think. And then I will come back to Eldritch Horror, and Mountains of Madness I will do. And I'm thinking of having sort of an interactive game whereby, you know, 3 people can join me. I'll run one character, each other person runs their character, and we'll sort of do it like a play-by forum with tube tables, I think. So I want to sort that out. There are a few tweaks I want to make, and I just want to make sure it'll work. It might not work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Then, you know, I can go on to playing it solo and finish it off. But I think it'd be an interesting exercise, so keep your eyes peeled for that if you want to join in. However, that is it for this game of Eldritch Horror against Hastur. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. It has been a pretty routine win, but all the same, I always enjoy playing themed games like this because, as you know, I make up my own little story and like dance away in my imagination and have a great time. So, but apologies for anybody, you know, who wanted a closer game. That's just the way it goes sometimes. I do roll well. I do get a load of tactical tips and stuff which really help, and I'm sure I'll also be accused of cheating as well, especially after the last episode, but I don't think so. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to just, I'll pack this away now and I'll get set up for Dawn of the Zed, so I do hope that you join me for that. As it is, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for all the views, for all the subscriptions, as I say, for all the tactical tips, pointing out the errors, everything like that. It is very much appreciated. Thank you. And everybody who's gone across the board game links to upvote the site, once again, a big thanks to you. Righto, so I hope you join me next time for my next playthrough, whatever it is. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.